Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe then you can introduce.
Hi, my name is Ben Lin. It's good to have a funny name. I was a intern for APAPA, and now I'm a volunteer.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Peter Thomas, and I'm president of the San Ramon Valley Kiwanis Club.
Hi, my name is Patty Boyd, and I'm here to speak to you tonight about Rotary International, but I also work in the community and coordinate a coalition that works to reduce underage drinking, marijuana use, and prescription drug abuse.
Yes, and I'm the guy she's talking to about prescription drug abuse and marijuana.
Not that he's an abuser.
Yes, because we're both for it, that's why. So, I'm Johnny Lee, and I'm representing APAPA East Bay tonight. Thank you.
Hi, my name is APAPA. I'm a college student.
And she's the younger generation. She's the cool. My name is Sylvia Tian. I'm living in Pleasanton. I am the Economic Vitality Committee member in Pleasanton, and I'm so honored to be here with everyone.
My name is Natalie, and then I live in Dublin, and I was running for school board, and I was so honored to be here. And then I think today I'm here.
Hi, I'm Nadia, and I'm here as an invitation of Andy. He's been encouraging me to come and have a look for like 2 years now. So I'm finally here.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Martha Langau, and I'm serving on the Thailand board together with Andy. I'm the internship committee and sponsorship committee chair. So love all of you, and thank you for supporting all the community.
Hi, I'm Jamie Kaminsky, and I am a member of this program, I guess. I am 53, and I am also a school board member in the Pleasanton Unified School District, just now serving my, re-elected to my third term.
Jamie is the first elected Chinese in the whole Thailand.
Thank you. My name is Doug Jin. I'm a member of the San Ramon Valley Kiwanis Club, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit about our organization with you. So, thank you for having me here.
Hello everyone, my name is David Gao, and I'm one of the board members of APAPA Valley chapter.
My name is Eric Guo. I've been a volunteer with APAPA for a couple of years, and I go to Monte Vista High School.
My name is Nicole. I'm also a member of APAPA, and also a member of the Rotary. So welcome you join APAPA and the Rotary Club. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nita Murray. I'm a state county attorney here in Danville, and I had the fortune of sitting next to Andy at the San Ramon Chamber of Commerce dinner. And we spent the evening discussing civic leadership. So naturally, he thought of me when this event was happening and invited me. So thank you.
Good evening. My name is Joe Garcia. Nice to see you here.
I'm an employee benefit advisor. I work with companies and for benefits. And so I remind you that California extended the extension from the 15th to the 20th. So somebody that needs that. And I've been involved with several elections. The elections I got involved with last time, half of them won, half of them lost. So, you know, you just gotta help, you know, the community to think you can do well in the community.
Hi, good evening. My name is Douglas. I am the board of APAPA Tri-Valley. And now I'm facing a great task, which is I'm chairing the event for the Lunar Chinese New Year celebration. So I need all your support. And yeah, so we will talk about later. So I pass it on to my
My name is Amy, and I'll be very happy to join the leadership program.
I'm Amy Liu, professor in sociology. I'm also the former principal of CCC Chinese School, a key volunteer in Pleasanton School District, and a lot of volunteer work in the community. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
My name is Chen Gao Li. I'm a principal engineering and retail operation, so I'm mostly interested in leadership development and also career development for people around me. So that's what I'm passionate about.
My name is Catherine Shaw. Nice, I'm working here as a journalist. Nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Sarge Chang. I'm another random high school student here at Durham College.
Hello everyone, my name is Sam. I was I'm also here for the APAPA. I'm also sponsored from the
Hi everyone, my name is Jing Fu. I recently just joined the APAPA. I'm a Seoul Vermont resident and also I'm a realtor from Halloween in Danville. I'm also a local sponsor and volunteer for our work in
Okay, thank you everyone again for coming to this event, and also want to thank you the Yiping restaurant for providing this nice space for us. Also, they provide delicious food. I know it's the boss is here. Maybe when he comes in, I can thank him again. And here is Xiaoyu, is more coordinating with me. Thank you so much. Let's give her a round of applause. Thank you. I think most of people know APAPA, but some may not know. APAPA is a nationwide organization with focus on the API. APAPA stands for Asian Pacific Islander American Public Affairs Association. Our mission is to promote the advancement of Asian and Pacific Islander Americans through active participation and leadership in civic and public affairs. And we partner with the Pacific Vision Foundation to host this event. As I said, this will be an annual monthly event. We have majority of event on the second Friday of every month, and with different topics, we will invite different speakers. The goal of this event to promote more people, especially API, to more get involved with the community, to participate, and at the same time build a network among the civic-minded people and share information, resource, and also it's a great way to know the community, kind of serve with different organizations. Of course, there are some elected officials we'll invite, like they will have a Bill, Jamie, and I think quite much, and we'll invite other elected officials so that you can build a connection and also help you to learn understand the issue at different level, learn how the government can run, how the bill becomes a law, and what's the Brown Act, something like that. And before I start the next, I would like to mention a few things. As Dr. said, on February 26th this year, we are going to have a Lunar New Year Gala at Danville Auto Museum. So it's a great place. Also, I just talked with the owner of that museum, David, and they are going to have the Chinese Auto Museum open as well. It's not fully open, but they will open for us. And that's his father, Ken, who was the former Seahawks owner. He bought a lot of Chinese art. There's the Civic foot sculpture. He brought from China, put it there to display. So I hope you can attend. And also there's a couple of things. I think one thing is the mayor Bill will be happy because this is a ceremony this year. We are going to celebrate 150 years. Hope you can participate. We'll have many events. And also we're going to celebrate the Chinese railroad worker starting from 2015 and 2019. 150 years ago, the Chinese railroad worker came to the U.S., helped build that railroad, and I'm not sure what it is. And this is 250 years, with the railroad, now you can have California. Otherwise, without the railroad, it took like 6 months from east coast to west. But with the railroad, it only takes 6 days after that. So for today's topic, to be the community leader, to help serve the community, to be a civic leader, you need to start with the community. Work with the community, help community. And one of the things I learned is there are a few great organizations in this community. And through them, you can more get involved, work with the community, meet with different people, and help serve the community. And worldwide, there's 3 very famous organizations. There's Rotary, Lions Club, and the Kiwanis. So we have a speaker from each club. Also, we would like to introduce the Chamber of Commerce. Chamber of Commerce, although it's more commercial, but it helps you to grow your business. There may be other resources you can use. And the last speaker will be Marianne from Chevron. She is the PR public relationship and the government relationship and the public affairs. And you can learn how what's the role of responsibility of this PR and GR, because the majority of the major companies have that. So that they help the community, and you can learn that how they can help the community, and then maybe in the future, Chevron can support you. Chevron is a great supporter for this whole community, and from especially ceremony, for every major event, you can see Chevron's logo there. And also thank you to Chevron. And they are the great sponsor for our organization, for the Civic chapter. Oh, by the way, for the APAPA has 18 chapters now. We have one in Albany, DC, New York, Florida, Texas, and we have many in California. We are the Tri-Valley chapter, and Johnny from the East Bay chapter. Tri-Valley chapter is more covered the Tri-Valley, also up north along the Highway 680, Walnut Creek, Concord, Moraga, that area. East Bay more covered from Oakland, Berkeley, all the way down to Fremont area. So without further ado, I'd like to next to introduce Patty Hoy to speak about the Rotary Club in general. And she has been community volunteer for 20 years. And she started from served at the PTA and then become the charter member of Rotary Club, the Authority Valley Ceremony Rotary Club. And I'm the member of that club. Your class is the founder, and Patty is the past president. Also, Patty leads a lot of good events in our Rotary Club. Some of them are Veterans Victory Value Bike Ride and our signature event Hot Fest. And also with her passion, they work to reduce the underage drinking, marijuana use, prescription drug abuse in the Ceremony Valley area, and also the alcohol and drug abuse prevention, and she worked with that team. So let's welcome Patty to give a 10 minutes introduction about the Rotary Club.
Wow, there's this pressure of going first. I was hoping to see what everybody else did and figure out how to do my presentation, but I'll start off. You know, that was a great introduction, and I am here in my capacity to talk to you about Rotary International. And you probably are saying, well, what's Rotary? Well, what I'm going to tell you is Rotary is a leadership organization. We're made up of business, professional, and civic leaders. We meet regularly to get to know each other, to build friendships, and as a result, then we make a difference in our communities. What Rotary means to me, hold on, I got my papers. So we're a leadership group. We do community service. We were founded in 1905 by a gentleman named Paul Harris in Chicago, and it was he and 4 others that just met to be a networking group to find out how they could help each other in their community. And Rotary is now an international organization of 1.2 million members and nearly 35,000 clubs in almost over 200 countries. We have what's called the 4-way test, and we say that at all our meetings, and it goes in it, and it is of the things we think, say, and do. First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? And all Rotarians kind of live by that in their business and their personal lives. So that's kind of the foundation of Rotary. So how I got involved was about 6 years ago. I had been in PTA for years. That was my life. That was my volunteer role. And about 6 years ago, I was asked by a gentleman who happens to be in this room, Mayor Bill Clarkson, if I was interested in joining Rotary. It's like, I don't even know what Rotary is. So I went to this meeting, and there at Club Sport in St. Ramon was about 80 community members that I didn't know that were all there for like-minded work. They all wanted to do good in their community. They all wanted to serve. They all wanted to volunteer. And I thought that only happened in PTA. And now that my kids were gone, I found a place to my work. So that was really spectacular. That was 6 years ago. And so it was a way for me to get involved outside of education. That's all I know. But what have I gotten from Rotary? What I've gotten from Rotary is friendship. Rotary is a lot of fun. They do a lot of good things. I learned professional development. We're a network of leaders who have high integrity and purpose. We live by that 4-way test I just told you. I've got tremendous personal growth. We meet weekly, and while that sounds like a hardship, it's not, because it's spectacular to go every week. We have speakers, we have discussions amongst our members, and through that, I've been exposed to professions I didn't know, and had additional opportunities to learn. Every speaker we've had inspires me in some way. And not all of it is from the giving world. For instance, we had somebody come and speak to us from the County Transportation Authority, who's talking to me, about cars. The ones that don't have driverless cars that are happening in Concord. I would not have known that was happening. I also get inspired every week by people who are out there doing good in the world. One of the first groups I remember hearing when I first became a Rotarian was a group that is giving clean water in Ethiopia with a device that only costs $250. How could I not help an organization that's doing something like that? So it's really given me a lot of personal growth. Leadership development. I did serve as our president last year. But we also have something coming up that Rotarians are planning that is not a Rotarian event. It's called the Young Professionals Conference. I have flyers, I passed one to Johnny, I'd like to leave them. But it's an event that's going to be on April 1st for young people to come and learn the benefits of living here in the East Bay, the work that's available to you. There you go. This is what it looks like, and I'll leave them up here. But that's the kind of thing, that's the kind of work Rotarians are doing to develop new leaders in our community. It's just not about us, it's about building that and having people come back here. Community. Community service helps an individual become a community member. Our club, along with we have 6 clubs here in the San Ramon Valley, from Alamo, Danville, and San Ramon. We worked on a project on the Iron Horse Trail where we put in rest nodes along the trail from El Casa to Crow Canyon Road. And each club sponsored one of those. And so they planted put in a bench. We volunteer at the food bank, the Contra Costa Solana Food Bank. We do our club, particularly with something called if you have children, or I guess any of you that were a child, you probably know this, but sometimes stuff gets left behind at school and lost and found. Well, if it never gets claimed, it's still there at the school. So at the end of the year, we go around to the schools in San Ramon Valley, pick up all their lost and found, sort it, and then have other nonprofits come in and repurpose that and use it. So that's the kind of community service we do. The other thing is it's just that opportunity to serve. Rotary has given me that opportunity. I had this PTA life, this life in education that was driven around my kids that was staying along. This has given me another purpose in my life. It's been fabulous. Community connections. Rotary gives you community connections. Influential people are in our club, or in clubs around the world. And it's not just influenced by their status, it's how you can connect with them. We're encouraged to do business with other fellow Rotarians. For instance, if I can't work with me, I'm going to look to another Rotarian, somebody in our club or in another club, to try and do business with that person. If they're looking for an opportunity to come out and talk to them about substance abuse prevention, because they know me through our work in the club. So that's a community connection. Another thing I've got is being part of an international organization. I've always been used to just working in my community. Rotary is an international organization with good work being done all over. Their signature event, their signature cause since the 80s has been eradicating polio. And they've been working on that country by country. And we are now down to having 74 reported cases of polio in the world. And it's because of the work of Rotary, sending volunteers out to villages to vaccinate children, and then the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This is worthwhile, and they there's only 74 cases of polio in the world, and it's concentrated in just 3 countries. That's something to be a part of. I feel like I've done that because I contributed. I didn't go out there and vaccinate a single child, but I contributed to those funds to not have that happen. The other advantage is being able to speak to groups like yours. I mean, I'm not the only person that didn't know what Rotary was. One was first introduced to me, so I really enjoyed the opportunity to get out there and let other people know what great organization. And it's fun. It's fun being a Rotary member. When you hear about it being a meeting every week, when Bill Carson invited some 80 of us to join him in his new club, he promoted it as a solid place to live once a week, and it truly is that. It's not just a Rotary experience, it's a community experience because of the value we offer to the community.
Thank you so much, Becky. I think if you have a question, you can, we do have the Q&A session after this, and also you can meet her personally. I apologize to you, and I forgot to put you. Please come here, and we have the host city mayor, Bill Carson, very honored to have you here. And maybe you can speak a few words for this is the first session of the year-long Civic leadership program. So thank you so much.
Now, part of me doesn't want to use this, but can you hear me back there?
You can, okay, well, good. First off, I was very honored to be invited to be a part of this, and to, if I can play any small role in encouraging not just the young people, but also adults and older ones to get plugged into our communities. And I want to have an example. There's a couple of people here I want to brag about. One is Andy Lee, who you all know. Andy is doing some extraordinary things. Because of the extraordinary things he's doing, the way he's getting involved, I will do anything in the world to help out. But there are other people like me who will do the same thing for Andy. Because the role of a leader in a community is to encourage and nurture people to get involved. And when people choose to get involved, do whatever it takes to help them succeed. That's the role of a leader. So I want to encourage you, if you want to get involved, start it, because there are people all over the valley who are already in leadership roles who will do whatever it takes to help you succeed and will really invest themselves in your success. And I want to thank Andy because he's brought together a great group of people to start this journey together. And thank you, Andy. My good friend Siddharth, stand for a second, people shall see. All right, they saw you, sit down. Another extraordinary man who from the ground up has built an adult soccer league, adult cricket league in San Ramon. There are now 30 adult teams playing cricket in San Ramon. He's going to make San Ramon cricket capital of the Bay Area. He knows how much I love the things he does, and I will do anything to help support you. You know that, don't you? Absolutely. He's now a Parks Commissioner. A Parks Commissioner in charge of making sure we have the best park system all of Northern California. He's there because he gave his heart to service, and other people identified that and made sure we do anything we can to encourage success. And the last is Simon Tank. Simon is somebody who pitches in and volunteers on anything. At an event, he'll show his camera and help. On a webpage set up, he'll volunteer and jump in. Leadership in the Chamber of Commerce, celebration of 150, he jumps in. We love the fact he does that. And we will do anything to help him succeed. So the message I have is, if you give your heart to service, get involved. The role of leaders is to encourage you. So please, to Andy and to others, get involved, find where your passion is. We will do whatever it takes to help you be successful and that your passions can just blossom because you can get involved. When you're engaged, you fall in love with your city. Our cities will thrive. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you again, Andy, for the chance. I apologize, I have to run. Do something else. But I was so blessed to get a chance to spend a few minutes here on those thoughts, and I appreciate some people in particular. Everybody else here has done things, whether it's Steve Van or the Chamber. I didn't have enough time to talk about and brag about everybody. But there are three in particular I wanted to really emphasize. So thank you very much.
You know what? Phil is a great advisor. I still remember about 5 years ago, you had that State of City address at Rotary Club. I went there. After that, that event totally changed my life. Without that, I would not be here. So I really learned a lot. Also, Bill is a great advisor. He helped us start this chapter and helped advise us along the way. So really appreciate that. Thank you. So the next one we have is Dr. Bill. It's a hard time to pronounce it. Dr. Bill Anicom. He is the past international director, and he lived in Walnut Creek and served as a director of the International Association of Lions Club. He practiced chiropractic in Walnut Creek before, but now he retired. Currently, he's Lions Club member in Danville to help the Danville Lions Club, and he's a lifelong member since 1976. I think some of the people here were not born then. And he was the president of Lions Club twice at the Pleasant Hill and Walnut Creek. And he's also the zone chairman, cabinet secretary, and the district governor, and president of several leadership programs, and leadership forum and Lions program. And like I said before, there are three Rotary Club that Patty introduced. Rotary did a lot to help get rid of the polio. And the Lions Club, I think, did a lot to help the people to not get blind. And they did a great job to serve the community. I think they have the largest membership among those three organizations, right? Yeah. Without further ado, let's welcome Bill to come to give us introduction.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here and to tell you my love and my encouragement. I joined in 1976, and when anybody joins a service organization, you're joining to make your community a better place to live. Rotary was the #1 organization formed, then Kiwanis followed, and then Lions Club. The difference was the first two organizations were formed on the basis of bring in one person from each of the occupations in the community. One doctor, one lawyer, one this, and everybody helped each other grow their professions. Along in 1917, and we're celebrating our 100th anniversary this year, Lions, a man by the name of Melvin Jones said, every once in a while you got to do something for somebody else without expecting anything in return. And that's how Lions Clubs were started back then. Then in 1925, we had a magnificent lady address our international convention in Cedar Point, Ohio, and her name was Helen Keller. I think everybody in this room has heard of Helen Keller. And she asked us at that time to be Knights of the Blind. But if you know anything about her, you also know she was deaf. And she actually said that if she could have either of those senses back, she'd prefer the hearing more than the sight. It would open up more horizons to her, more things in life. So over the years, the Lions have been more interested in sight programs than anything else. But we've got a myriad of other problems and things that we deal with. The big thing that I'd like to say is that as I've grown in Lionism, I've grown from community being where I lived in the Walnut Creek area to Contra Costa County, to the northern part of California, to the whole state. And then I got involved in international politics, in international Lionism. And getting involved in, I've been to India 4 times on mission. I've been to Sri Lanka a couple of times. I've been to the Philippines. I've been to Indonesia, a lot of the Asian countries. In fact, Lions Clubs International is the only organization allowed in China over service clubs. We are over 200, we're in over 210 countries with 1.4 million members in 45,000 clubs. So we have a big presence in the world. But more importantly, some of the things, what I like to do is I like to talk about the top 10 reasons to become active in a Lions organization. I've just talked about the communities that we're involved in, from our local to the world community. That's what's really important. But our major programs to improve and eradicate the visual problems that exist. We have a center in Oakland and we have a center in Pittsburgh where we deal with local people who are newly blinded. Imagine you're newly blinded. How do you get around? How do you use the bus services? How do you use any of the services you need to exist? We have mobility people who go out and work with people in their homes and teach them how to do this. We have a program called Sight Savers. With the advent of Obamacare and some of the other things, much of what we do has been taken up by that. But we formed a program with UC Berkeley, and any Lions Club can send a potential person who needs a pair of glasses. We can send them to UC Berkeley School of Optometry, and we can get an eye examination for $25 and a pair of glasses. So we bring a service to the people. I was talking with some of the folks in the back a little earlier. We work with a lady named Julia Zhen. Julia is from mainland China. Her last name is Z-E-H-N. And she owns a company called Zenny. How many have ever heard of it? They've advertised on TV like crazy. What you do is you go to your eye doctor, you pay for your visit there and get a prescription. Then you go online to Zenny Optical. You download a photograph of your face, and then you virtually try on glasses. You can buy a pair of glasses from Zenny, from Julia. You can buy a pair of glasses for less than $8 with your prescription. Okay, we brought that to the local community. We brought that to the people. She gives us $30,000 a year in free optical care. The lady is magnificent. We did this. I just returned from a mission to Ghana in West Africa. We saw 5,500 patients in 3.5 days and gave them each an eye examination and a free pair of glasses. Julia Zen provided many of those glasses for us. We have an eye foundation in San Francisco at California Pacific Medical Center. They will do any surgery for us, child or adult, absolutely free of charge to the Lions for the support we give their foundation program. So every Lions Club that belongs to the foundation is doing that. We've done over 6 million cataract surgeries on the face of this earth in third world countries, developing nations. Very, very active in that. We've raised tons of money. We've put in eyeglass recycling centers in Peru, Sri Lanka, Mexico, the Philippines, and in India. We have guide dog programs. The programs that we do with training dogs are unbelievable. We train dogs up in Santa Rosa where the dogs are taught how to, quadriplegic, getting on an elevator with his dog. He can say what floor he wants and the dog can recognize the number on the thing and can actually push it with his nose or his paw. It's amazing. We had one quadriplegic who the dog slept on the bed with him, and when the man would get cold, he'd wake up, he'd nudge the dog would pull a blanket up on him. Okay? When he got too hot, he'd wake up, he'd have the dog pull the blanket off of him. The dog started sensing this and could sense when the man was starting to shake a little bit and getting cold, the dog pulled the blanket up automatically. And when he felt that the man was too hot, he would pull the blanket down. The dog sensed that. So another one of our programs that we deal with is the dog programs that we have. Okay, we have hearing programs. We also, we not only recycle glasses, we recycle hearing aids. Back to the recycling glasses. How many have seen our collection of glasses? Things all over the place. We collect the glasses. Here's a side benefit you don't even know about. I use 6 prisons in the state of California where we've trained the inmates to read the glasses prescription on a lensometer and package them for us for taking to third world countries and in use in the United States. We do that with the glasses. We train the people in the prisons to do this. Every prisoner who's gotten out has gotten a job in a lens crafter's or a doctor's office working there, and what that does is it drops the recidivism rate. None of them go back to prison. They've got a good job and they can make a living. Something you wouldn't even think about as a program. Okay, we have camps for deaf children, we have camps for blind children. We have the Recycle Hearing Aid program. Okay, our international foundation, 2 of the experiences I've had, One was going to an earthquake area after it, and one was going to, I went to Sri Lanka immediately after the tsunami hit there and wiped out all of the southern part along the coast of Sri Lanka. And seeing the devastation and replacing people's glasses and giving them something to better their life was very, very important. We have furnished relief after Katrina in this country and disaster relief with Nepal. We've sent over a ton of supplies after the recent earthquakes in Nepal. Our youth programs. Lions sponsor more scout troops than any other organization. Very, very active. They have even developed, Lions Clubs International and the Boy Scouts have even developed a merit badge that they get for doing community service. We have a youth exchange program that takes in, if our kids can get along from every country on the face of this earth, peace is going to come a lot sooner. And through our youth exchange programs, that is what's happening. We have a special Kids Day out at one of our Lions owns a ranch out in Brentwood, and every year we take 1,500 physically and mentally challenged kids out there. They get motorcycle rides, they get face painting, they get rides on different kinds of horses, and it's just a great day for them and their family. We have a student speakers contest in the state of California where we give away over $120,000 in student speakers. And that's coming up right now, and I'm looking for judges if anybody's interested. We have Flag Day programs. We have a program called Leos in the high schools, and we've got 22 Leo clubs in our district right now. The big thing I've gotten out of it is social aspects, the friends I've made, the leadership courses I've taught, the leadership courses I've taken. We've had some amazing programs with that. Yes, there is business networking, leadership, but most important, you have a lot of fun, and more important than that, you know, every time you do something for somebody else, the feeling you get in your heart and for what you've done comes right back to you in your own blessedness as well. Thank you all very much. I hope you
Yeah, thank you, Bill. I think one thing you mentioned, I like that. Have fun, enjoy the club, also serve the community. And our next speaker is Doc Jin from Kiwanis. And before I introduce him, I'd like to ask the people here, how many of you know there's Danville has the July 4th parade? Just raise your hand. Okay, do you know who organized that? Yeah, Kiwanis Club organized that. So, Doc Jin is Ceremony Danville resident for about 20 years, married with 2 boys, and a very active member in the Ceremony Valley Kiwanis Club for 14 years, and served as past president, like just the president of the last year, just like the Patty. And he's also the Scout Master of Troop 236 here in Danville, and was the event chairman for the ceremony Relay for Life. And will soon be serving as a district administrator for the California, Nevada, was Hawaii or Hawaii, okay. Key club responsible for overseeing the high school community service organizations across the 3 states with about 45,000 high school students. So let's welcome Doc Jin to talk about Kiwanis.
I'll speak from over here. Can you hear me? Is that all right? Yeah. So, Kiwanis, like Rotary and Lions Club, is another adult civic organization, international. We have clubs all over, the United States and other countries. We also have programs that are involved helping the international community. Right now, we have a program called Eliminate. We're trying to eliminate maternal neonatal tetanus. This is basically if the mother has tetanus and doesn't get vaccination for tetanus, which, in America or most developed countries, it's pretty much automatic. But in a lot of undeveloped countries, if they don't have a tetanus shot, the baby could be born with tetanus, is passed off from mother to child, infant, and it's devastating to the infant. And usually they'll pass away within the first month or so. So that's something that our international organization is working with the United Nations, UNICEF, to try and eliminate that specific disease and issue. So, as an international organization, we do things like that. But I'd like to talk more about Kiwanis and our club here in the San Juan Valley. Like Andy had mentioned, we run basically the 4th of July parade in Danville, which is an amazing event. We consider that our signature community event because we have 30,000 to 40,000 people there to watch and enjoy the parade. We get neighborhoods as well as businesses and nonprofit organizations to come and participate and show off to the community their business or their neighborhood. And we also have like Little League groups and other things breaking down. It's really fun. That's just one thing that we do that's highly visible. We also do a lot of hands-on community service projects. Every Thanksgiving, the Saturday before, we have our members out there at all the Safeway stores out there trying to collect non-perishable foods for the food bank. And aside from Boy Scouts, which does a huge amount of food because they're the size of all the kids, Kiwanis is one of the biggest non-Boy Scout organizations that's great collecting non-perishable foods for the food bank. I think our club alone raised about 6,000 pounds of food just in one day for about 6 hours. With our group there, asking people to donate. And it's a big help in the community, and it's something that I'm proud of. We also do other hands-on projects. One thing we try and do is whatever the membership in our club would like to do, then we all support it. So one time we did things with an elementary school. Another year we went to go to like a Girl Scout camp, build some fences that they were needing. Another time we went to East Bay Regional Parks, did some restoration work with Mount Diablo. So it's a variety of projects that we do hands-on, and it's whatever we like to do as a group. And there's one thing I like to say that we are a club. A club of friends, of members, that we're trying to do things together to help our community. And whatever, we ask membership what they would like to do. We have our board of directors, which consists of our members, and we as a club decide what we're going to do and accomplish in our community. One thing I'll say here amongst the Rotary clubs that are around, the Lions clubs, or any other organization that's out there, just go out, find out what they do, find something that you enjoy, something that works in your time frame and your level of commitment, and volunteer. I mentioned about my role that I'm taking on soon as being the district administrator for Key Club. For those who are in high school, have you heard of Key Club at your schools? So one thing that Kiwanis is really focused on is focusing on the children of our world. And we have programs in place from elementary school up through college universities where we have different clubs, if you will, that we are teaching leadership skills, community service skills, volunteerism at all the different levels and ages. From elementary school, we have a program called K-Kids. Middle school, it's called Builders. High school, which is the world's largest high school organization, is called Key Club. And the university is called Circle K. And we also have another organization called Action Club, which is for adults with disabilities. And we get them involved too, because I don't know if you know, a lot of it, those who are adults with some sort of disability, like mental disability or slightly autistic, things like that, have trouble getting engaged in our communities. And that's one thing that's with our Action Club, and allowing them, with our mentorship and guidance, to be out there and active in the community and playing a role. And I think that's something that's really admirable. We have one member in our club that's really going to go with that. We work with the Down syndrome right there in Danville, and it's an amazing opportunity to see them be involved in the community. It's something that we sponsor. Our individual Kiwanis Club sponsors Key Clubs in all of the local elementary schools here in the Danville, San Juan area. And then I think most universities will have a Circle K club. My background is I was in Key Club myself, and that's where I learned about Kiwanis. I learned things through leadership opportunities within that high school and college organization that taught me the values of leadership, being able to speak in front of a large group of people, learning how to put together an agenda, plan, and organize, the logistics of running an event. all of that I learned through the wonderful program that Kiwanis has set up for the high schools and universities. So when I came into the adult world, I was prepared because not only did I learn things in school from an academic standpoint, but the things I learned through the Kiwanis organization, that leadership skill, gave me valuable social and civic and communication, interactions, leadership skills that I would not have learned in the academic setting. And that's something that has a lot of value to me in terms of what Kiwanis offers. And that's why I'm going to be volunteering as a huge commitment, but working with 45,000 high school students within California and Hawaii boundaries, because that's something I believe in and want to do. I invite you to come to our Kiwanis Club. The San Juan Valley Kiwanis Club meets at Blackberry Diner Thursdays at noon. If you're not in this area, we have Kiwanis Clubs in other areas. But again, find something that you can participate in, that you enjoy, that there's people that you can communicate and interact with, that fits your time schedule, but get involved in the community. That's one thing I learned through this high school organization I was in, a few I've been secretary. It's not enough just to work in our careers, and it's not enough just to be involved with our family, but it's being active in our community, helping make a difference for everyone.
Thank you, Bobby. Just like he said, it's find the one you like or maybe a different one, and just find your passion, work with the community, you'll learn a lot. For me, my personal experience, like Doug said, I agree with him, I learned a lot through Rotary. I mean, I joined Rotary 5 years ago, so I really learned a lot. Without I joined the Rotary, I would not kind of started this APAPA organization. So next, we just introduced the 3 service clubs. Next, I'd like to introduce the Chamber of Commerce. In almost every major city in the United States, there's a Chamber of Commerce. And they do a lot of work. To be frank with you, a year ago, I heard that name many times, but I don't know much until I went to that orientation. I found this is a great organization, especially for you to want to do some business or you want to start a business. It helps you provide a lot of resources. So our speaker for today is Stuart Bambino. He lived in Sarmon since 1996. That's before the Windermere, right? And he was a former Rotary in Danville Sycamore Valley Rotary Club. And Stuart and Nancy, his wife, joined in Sarmon Chamber in 2007. And they also founded the Town Planner Community Calendar to allow local non-profit organizations to promote their activity to residents within the San Juan Valley. So next time I know, Stuart, I'll send the event to you so that you can help us promote. So let's welcome Stuart.
Thank you, Andy. If everyone can hear me okay. Yes, I'm Stu Bambino. I'm with the San Juan Chamber of Commerce. Thank you, Andy, for inviting me here tonight. I really appreciate it. Andy asked me to talk a little bit about chambers in general, and then I'll talk a little bit about the San Juan Chamber of Commerce. But chambers have been around for a long time. We're primarily a business organization, but as Bill said, we want to make businesses successful. We also want to make our community successful. So we sort of have 2 components. We're a little bit different, quite a bit different, I guess, than some of the service clubs, such as Rotary, Kiwanis, Alliance Club. We're more focused on business. To just give you a little background, the first Chamber of Commerce that anyone can identify actually was founded in 1599 in Marseille, France. So chambers have been around a long time. We've had several chambers in the United States dating back to the 1700s, one of which was in Boston, and they were instrumental in the Boston Tea Party. We don't go to that extreme here in San Juan. But yeah, they were upset about the taxation and interfere without representation, and so the chamber members got together and they were about the Tea Party. Now, there are multiple levels of chambers throughout the country. You've probably heard of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. There's the California Chamber of Commerce. There's local chambers of commerce. There's about 3,000 chambers in the United States. We also have regional chambers, such as the East Bay Leadership Council, which is primarily Contra Costa County and Alameda County. Now, what we all do is represent business at different levels. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce is in Washington, D.C. It's right across the street from the Capitol. And so if there's any legislation that may be affecting all of our businesses throughout the country, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce may get involved in that legislation, either for it or against it. And so they have more of a national scope where issues that may affect every business in the United States. Then you have local or more local chambers, such as the California Chamber of Commerce, where they may legislate against or for some type of legislation that only impacts California. And then you have a regional chamber, such as the East Bay Leadership Council. They may have some sort of issue with transportation, local transportation. Recently, there was an issue that came before our city council, which is the HOV lanes out here on 6th. And so, maybe more of a regional or a transportation issue, BART, something like that, where the East Bay Leadership Council may get more involved. Then you have local chambers, such as ours. Every town, city has a chamber of commerce, home. One in Danville, one in Pleasanton, one in Dublin, one in Livermore, obviously one here in San Ramon. Local chambers get more involved with local issues. And I'll just use one example. Fortunately, we have a very good relationship with our city. Just to step back for a moment, the San Ramon Chamber is probably the youngest chamber, maybe the youngest chamber in the country. We were established in 1983, a little over 30 years ago. Eric Clarkson was one of our charter members. We're a relatively young chamber, but we have a very good relationship with our city. San Ramon has a very good, they're very much business friendly. Some cities are not. So we have a great relationship with our city. And some examples that come out, people say, well, what kind of examples or what might a chamber be involved in? Parking meters. What ones do you know with parking meters? Well, a lot of businesses don't like them because people might not go to a store or a restaurant or something that has a parking meter with different cost, some kind of hassle, whatever it may be. But the cities love them because it's a great source of revenue. So a chamber may step in on behalf of the community or the businesses and try to legislate against or give our opinion against parking meters or something that may negatively affect the business of the local. We're also a community oriented. Civic mentioned just a while ago she met Andy at our community awards dinner in December. Well, we put on a community awards dinner every year for the last 30-some years. So we actually highlight people in the community that have done something special that could not be recognized elsewhere in the community. We have a lot of different categories: Educator of the Year, Citizen of the Year, things of that nature. Just put on your calendar if you can. On February 9th, we're going to have a State of the City address. That's going to be at the Marriott Hotel. It's a luncheon from 11:30 to 1:30. But that is Bill Clarkson, Mayor Clarkson is going to speak for about an hour or so. It's a recap of what happened in 2016 and what's coming up in 2017. And this year is a very special year for San Ramon, as many of you know. It's our 150th year anniversary. I still can't say 17 I tried. Kathy in our office had to do it. But anyway, our 150th anniversary. So if anyone wants to attend that luncheon, it would be great. Just to tell you a little bit more about our local chamber, we have several good chamber members right here today. I happen to work for a board of directors. Our chamber members range all the way from large companies such as Chevron. Marion's on our board. Thank you, Marion. To smaller companies like Simon, Livia. Youth is one of our members. Rotary clubs are our members. Kiwanis clubs are members. We'll have to work on the Lions Club. But we do a variety of things for the community that aren't necessarily business related. We're were instrumental in setting up 150. We're doing a lot of administrative support, accounting, things of that nature that helps with our community. So I just want to thank you so much for having me tonight. I'll have some of my business cards here. If anybody would like more information about the chamber, we would love to have you. And so thank you very much. Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, sir. I think that after the Marianne speech and the Q&A session, we'll have time. We can exchange a business card, try to talk with the person you feel like you'd like to get connected. So our next speaker is Marianne King from Chevron. Marianne was born in Philippines and moved to the United States, and now is the policy, government, and public affairs in Chevron. And I'm not sure people know Chevron helped this community a lot. So today, one of the reasons I invite Marianne here is a lot of people ask me like how you kind of get some support from other companies, other organizations. You know, for APAPA Bar event, we have a lot of sponsors and supporters, and I think a lot of people may not know most of the company has also, especially those major companies, they have the PR, GR, just try to help the community. This is a great resource. I think it's Marianne did a great job to help the community, so that I'd like to invite Marianne come here to talk about how Chevron support the community and how she has the PR and GR for Chevron and to work with community, help the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, everyone. It's nice to be here again. I don't know, can you hear me? Is it good? But I know my voice kind of scratchy, but I promise you, I'm getting better. I'm antibiotic dose, so I'm not infectious, I think. It's 2 weeks. I got it from the Philippines. So, as Andy said, I am with the Public Affairs, Policy, Government, and Public Affairs of Chevron. I handle the community relations and public affairs for Northern California, Washington, Oregon, and Alaska. And as he said, I was born and raised in the Philippines. I came here 10 years ago. I came from Chevron, Philippines. So Chevron brought me here in 2006 to do something for them, a different job. And then 4 years later, gave me this role. So I've been in this position for around 6-7 years. Ready to cycle out. Ready to cycle out. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. It's been a good gig. Good gig with Chevron. Good one for me personally. Not only because I'm Asian, I'm a Filipino, and I'm a woman. So those three things, that's very difficult, especially in the oil industry. While we are kind of more progressive than the rest, it's still very traditional, it's still very conservative. So when they gave me this role 6-7 years ago, it was very difficult for me to travel to Washington or even Portland and to figure out, are they going to accept me? You know, different color, different set of eyes, just different. It was a very different workplace, I guess. There has never been an Asian who handled community relations before I came in. Now there's like a couple of us doing this thing. So that's the good part. Now, the other thing is that making a difference, no matter how difficult the work is, sometimes when we have board meetings, I text Stu, I can't attend the board meeting. I'm in Portland, there's a problem with the marketing terminal right now. You know, so there's different jobs. I do the good stuff. I do the sponsorship to different organizations. I do the ribbon cuttings and all this awarding. That's the fun stuff. I do the crab feed. I fill up golf tournaments. I fill up the tables. But when somebody gets shot in a station, let's say San Francisco, I have to be the first one there along with their media team. If somebody, if a councilman, let's say in Portland, files a resolution to stop the growth of fuel terminals in Portland, I'd be the first one there to talk to the councilman, talk to our lawyers, talk to our team, to come up with a Chevron decision. If there's, let's say, an oil spill in the Eureka terminal 5 hours away, I have to drive to be the first one there. So there's the plus and the minuses of the job. But really, the good thing about the job is identifying organizations like APAPA, being part of the board of the Santa Monica Chamber, supporting a group like the Danville Down Syndrome Connection. So all these different nonprofits play an important role in the community. So Chevron is a major company in the Tri-Valley. We try to make sure that we are in the different sectors. We support the different needs of the community. Well, we can't support all. We try to gather as many sectors or as many causes as we could to have a representation of the communities. And I think if you live in the Tri-Valley, Pleasanton, Dublin, Livermore, Danville, Alamo, Sacramento, probably a neighbor or a school parent of yours would be an employee of Chevron. So that's how important Tri-Valley and the community is to us. The other thing is, to my fellow Asians, and Andy knows this, aside from my role as the community relations of Chevron, the other passion I have is to make sure that a lot of the Asian Americans have a role in the community, whether in an elected position or in an appointed position or in a volunteer capacity. We try to mentor these people, young and old. So in Chevron, I was the past president of the Philippine Employees Network. I'm very active and an advisor to the Asian Employees Network. And Andy and I have worked together in trying to make sure that a lot of these young Asian Americans have a stronger voice in the community. So it's so great really to see groups like APAPA meet other leaders here, young and old, being part of San Ramon, being part of Dublin, Danville, just being part of the community. It's just very important for us. Again, not just me as a Chevron employee, but me as a woman and as a Asian, to see people very active. And like, of course, the support for Sabina was very strong, not just believing in her principles and the cause that she had, but really believing that she can do it. Young as she is, Asian as she is, as intelligent as she is, and woman as she is. I think she has a higher position that we should really strive for as Sabina. So those of you who want to know about more of the government relations aspect or the community relations aspect, how Chevron approaches the community, how we work closely with the Bill Clarksons of this world, or let's say the Eric Swalwells or the Catherine Bakers of this world. Let me know. Andy has my contact number. I'll give you my business card too. How we identify nonprofits, what we can do to nonprofits that we may not give financial resources to, but we will continue to support in different ways. Give me a call, reach out. I'd be happy to help you, and I'd be happy to be part of your community life here in the Valley.
Thank you, Marianne, and I like what you said, to be part of the community. Before I more get involved, what I see here, we have Indian here. India has a close community. Filipino there, close community. Pakistan there have a close community, and Chinese here have a close community. But the whole community is not that good, healthy. But if we all get involved, be active, we can build a much better community we can all enjoy. And one other thing I want to say to Marianne is she is actually our advisor for the APAPA Tri-Valley chapter, and also Sharon is a great supporter for our organization, big sponsor. Let's give a round of applause for Marianne. So now we talk about those three service organizations and Chamber of Commerce and Chevron and PRGR. And anyone has questions, this is the open question session. We have a question for specific speaker. Anyone? Now let's go ahead.
I have a question for Dajit or Jurani. Okay. Will Jurani hold other July 4th parade this week? Just in San
So every Kiwanis Club or every club is its own unique entity, and they choose what activities and events they sponsor. I know some other Kiwanis Clubs participate with other community 4th of July parades. I don't know if they run it, but I know our Kiwanis Clubs, we started this like 20-something years ago with Danville, and it's been ours, and it's been a big race.
So is this like a city trip or just like one?
For our club.
Not for all.
Yeah, I know the Lions Club in Dublin, they have St. Patrick Parade. They have the organize of St. Patrick. So one thing I found here is in the United States, you see a lot of beautiful things. A majority of those not run by the government, run by the non-profit organization. This is why you see the beauty of the United States. So any other questions? Go ahead.
There was a club in San Ramon up until a few years ago, and they merged in with the Danville and with the Dublin club. If we could find 20 to 25 people who wanted to form a club here in San Ramon, we could start one.
I'm actually in Dublin.
Pardon? Dublin, the club in Dublin meets, I think, on Thursday mornings for breakfast. It's a breakfast club. The Danville Club, of which I'm a member, we meet on the first Wednesday of every month at Alamo Grill in Alamo. You come we'll let you come to a dinner twice at our expense until you see what we do and where we're involved. Pleasanton has a massive club, it's a big club. They have their crab feed, I think it's next week, at the Pleasanton Fairgrounds. They have like 1,200 people who make over $100,000 off their crab feed. They had a great project for years. That used to be all ranch territory. And what they would do is they'd go to the market, the cattle market, and they'd buy calves, and then the ranchers in the hills would fatten them up and take them to market for them. They didn't have to do anything except buy the calf and pick up their checks. It's a dynamite club, and they do some amazing things. They donated an ambulance to Mexico. They donated an RV after Katrina for doing eye exams and dispensing glasses into the Katrina area. And just recently, the fires up in what's it up there? Up there, the casino. All those fires up there. They donated a big motor home for women and children who were displaced and had no place else to go. A massive fifth wheel.
You can't imagine what those work done by those three great organizations. Like Patty says, for Rotary, we work with Bill Gates Foundation to eradicate the polio worldwide. So it's not in one country, one area, worldwide. Now we have only like 70-something cases yearly. And another thing I feel is another people mentioned here is when you join one club, you are encouraged, you're welcome to a meeting in any other club worldwide. You're like a friend or brother, sister in another club. Can you speak a bit louder?
Question for Rotary Club? Do you have one in the one section for one? It's not. Rotary is started so that they only had limited people in each location, so that you can learn about everything. It doesn't do But no, and yes, there's Pleasanton Liberal, we've got 6 people. Johnny Morris and Fremont. So
I like that term.
And once again, it's that idea of once you're a member, and I'm sure it's the same with all organizations like this, is that you were part of a bigger organization. For instance, there's a couple of club members in our club who had been to Mexico, and they went and visited a club while they were on vacation. They decided to go back with Happy New Year, but there were no hotels available. So they just contacted one of the members that they met at this club outside of Chicago, and the guy said, interesting, one of our members, he's only in London. They contacted this guy, he goes, I'd love for you to come stay at my Oh. And it's like, wow, it paid to be a Rotarian. Yeah, it's nice, yeah, so it's that whole big fellowship.
Yeah, we treat each other more like brother, sister. So, any other questions? You have a question? Okay, if no questions, and I think at this time we have 15 more minutes left, just 12 minutes exactly. Just bring out your business card, try to meet the new friends here, and try to find the people you like to talk with. And again, thank you everyone. There's also food coming for like a snack. So thank you again, everyone.
I'm Patty Boyd. I always hear about Nancy, you know, but well, I guess not a good fan of
I will have
No, not
This is great, and I mean,
Great, good job.
Actually, I'm in one place coming to